My heart slammed against my chest as I screeched to a halt in my driveway. My majestic oak tree, the one that had shaded my home for over a decade, was being butchered by men in neon vests. Chainsaws roared as I leapt from my car, fury boiling over. "Stop! What are you doing to my tree?" I yelled, charging across the lawn. The workers froze, glancing at each other, but a woman in a sleek blazer stormed toward me from next door. Laura Bennett, the self-proclaimed ruler of Willow Grove, with her flawless brunette bob and icy glare, smirked. "About time someone dealt with this eyesore," she snapped, arms folded. "Your leaves clog my drains every fall, and the roots are ruining my pavement." I ignored her, confronting the crew leader. "This is my property. Who authorized this?" He handed me a crumpled paper stamped with an official seal, signed by Victor Hayes, HOA president, and Laura's tennis partner. My stomach churned. "I never got notice," I said, hands shaking as I scanned the document. It looked real, but something was off. I'd paid my dues, followed every absurd rule about mailbox colors and lawn ornaments. "Notice was sent weeks ago," Laura purred, her voice laced with venom. "Maybe check your mail sometime." My phone pinged, a text from my neighbor, Ed, a retiree who'd battled the HOA over his garden gnomes. "Saw the tree crew. They finally break you?" I typed back, "This ends now." As I dialed Victor's number, a sickening crack split the air. A massive branch, half sawn, plummeted, smashing Laura's cherished pergola into splinters. Her prized tulips vanished under a heap of wood and leaves. Laura's scream could have shattered glass. "My pergola! Look what your tree did!" she shrieked, jabbing a manicured finger at me. The crew leader whistled. "That's gonna cost a fortune." Victor's phone went to voicemail. Laura, already texting, hissed, "Victor will hear about this. You'll pay every cent." I took a deep breath. Your buddy Victor approved cutting my tree without permission. If anyone's liable, it's the HOA for botching the job. Her eyes narrowed. "We'll see what the board says." Victor arrived in a glossy SUV, clipboard in hand, his golf tan gleaming. "Got your text, Laura," he said, ignoring me. "What a mess." I stepped forward. "Your crew's destroying my tree without consent." He flashed a smug grin. "HOA Bylaw 6.4, hazardous trees can be removed at our discretion." We had 4 complaints. 4? "Let me guess, you, Laura, and your cronies?" I snapped. "Show me where it says you can trespass without notice." His smile didn't falter. Notice was sent. And now, with property damage, our safety concerns are proven. I was trapped in a nightmare. "The damage happened because your crew cut it," I shouted. Laura, snapping photos of her ruined pergola, chimed in. "That's not how the report will read." Victor leaned in, voice low. "The tree's coming down. Fight us, and fines will bury you." I'd heard of HOAs driving people out, but this was my home. "I'm calling my lawyer," I said, dialing. Victor shrugged. "Do what you must, but that pergola bill's on you." That night, I pored over HOA laws, photographing my wounded tree. Its raw, exposed rings looked like a fresh wound. Checking my mail, neglected during a work trip, I found a notice dated yesterday. At 3 a.m., a car door woke me. Peering out, I saw Victor's SUV slink away. What was he doing here? Morning brought a certified letter. The HOA was suing me for $30,000 for Laura's pergola, with photos and a report claiming my tree was diseased, dated a month ago, before Laura's complaints. Ed called. "Saw Victor creeping around your yard last night. Check your property line." My hands trembled as I opened another letter, a $130,000 lien on my house for unpaid assessments. Ed arrived with coffee. "This isn't their first rodeo," he said. "Last year, the Millers got fined $600 for a wrong fence color. Victor's company gets every contract. Laura's husband is on the city zoning board approving Victor's projects. It's a racket." A text from an unknown number buzzed. Check your property survey. A friend. I dug out my closing documents. The survey showed the oak 2 feet inside my lot, not HOA land. A note from my realtor called it a valuable asset. They had no right to touch it. Online forums revealed similar HOA horror stories. Ed warned, Victor doesn't lose. The Kims challenged him last year. Their tires got slashed. At dawn, I drafted a response, compiling photos, bylaws, and my survey. Section 7.2 barred tree removal on private lots without consent. Laura showed up with muffins, her smile fake. Let's discuss a payment plan for the $30,000. I held firm. My survey proves the tree was mine. Your crew broke the law. Her face hardened. You'll regret making enemies. An email arrived. The HOA had liened my house for $130,000. Could they take my home over a tree? At the HOA meeting, I interrupted Victor's speech about pool rules. You destroyed my property! I shouted. Laura stood. That tree was a hazard! My lawyer, Sarah Klein, strode in, a powerhouse in a gray suit. I represent the homeowner whose $12,000 oak was illegally cut. I projected my survey, showing the tree on my lot. The room buzzed. Laura scoffed. That tree blocked my view. Sarah raised an eyebrow. Cutting a neighbor's tree is a crime in this state. The HOA's liable for the pergola. A neighbor, Mrs. Lopez demanded. Why cut a private tree? Victor banged his gavel, but Sarah pressed. We've filed a police report and a countersuit for trespass and damages. Victor cornered us outside, hissing. I have connections that'll ruin you. Sarah smiled. That sounded like a threat. Online, I found Victor's company had complaints galore, yet secured all HOA contracts. Then a bombshell. His firm was tied to a development needing my land for a drainage pond. Detective Alvarez arrived at 7 a.m. Victor's company's been on our radar for fraud, she said, showing inflated contracts. Your tree exposed their scam. Laura's husband greenlit Victor's projects, and my lot's soil was tested to pin environmental blame. A bug in my cable box proved they were spying. Intimidation escalated. A rock smashed my window with a note, leave or else. Laura photographed my house daily, spreading lies about contamination. My tires were slashed, Ed's too. I distributed flyers with my survey, but Laura rallied her allies. Security footage caught Victor and board members digging in my yard, testing the soil. Sarah called it criminal trespass. Bright orange, hazard signs sprouted around my lot. Neighbors shunned me. Laura told the news crew my land was toxic. The HOA scheduled a vote to evict me, citing environmental danger. Sarah urged calm. They're panicking. At 10 p.m., cameras caught Laura and Victor taping a sign to my door, toxic resident. Vote to evict. The community center was packed. Laura whispered, There's the troublemaker. Victor projected my house, decrying my cameras and contaminated soil. Ed demanded test results. Victor dodged. He cited the bylaws for eviction, but the FBI stormed in. Agent Chen flashed a badge. Victor Hayes, we have warrants for your records and devices. The room erupted. Laura shrieked. This is outrageous. Agent Chen revealed $1 million embezzlement scheme through Victor's contracts. My flyers, showing his overcharges, circulated. A spreadsheet listed me as a target for removal for his development. Neighbors turned on Victor and Laura, who was read her rights. Outside, I breathed freely. My home was safe, and the HOA's corruption was exposed. This wasn't just about a tree. It was about fighting bullies who thought they owned us. What do you think? Should I have backed down? Share your thoughts below and tell us, where do you draw the line when neighbors play dirty? Hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life dramas.